What's up with y'all? Make sure before we even get into this next video, make sure that you smash on the like button first of all before you do anything. And then if you're not a sub to the channel, make sure that you sub to the channel. There you go, talking that boxing again. And today we're talking about Canelo Alvarez. Now, recently, I just seen Canelo Alvarez. He came out and he was asked, why is he moving up to Cruiserweight to fight a guy that nobody knows of, and I heard that he's about to do it over in Africa. Salute to that. That's big. That's going to be a big, huge fight in Africa. But the thing is, he's asked, why is he all of a sudden now, right? After saying that he was looking forward to staying at 168 pounds for a long time, looking forward to defending the titles at 168 pounds, and then out of nowhere, bam, he just announces that he's going to Cruiserweight to fight for the WBC title at Cruiserweight, but it's against a guy that nobody knows. Nobody's ever heard of this guy, right? So he's asked, why is he doing this? And his explanation, well, he didn't even give an explanation. He just simply said, I'm doing it because I can do what I want to do. He says, I cleared out the division at 168. I won all the titles. Now I can do what I want to do. Now I'm going to do what I want to do. Well, I got a couple things on that. First of all, you didn't clear out the division, right? You never fought David Benavidez, and we all know that David Benavidez is the original WBC title holder. He never lost his belt in the ring. Nobody never beat David Benavidez. Now, before y'all get to talking all of that, this and that, I believe that Canelo Alvarez can beat David Benavidez. I believe that David Benavidez has too many defensive flaws to beat Canelo Alvarez. But it's not up to me. It's not up to you. And it's not up to nobody else to say what's going to happen in that fight until they step in the ring and they both got to prove what can happen in that fight. So even though I think that Canelo Alvarez can beat David Benavidez, right? I also believe that they still should fight. I think that they still should fight each other because David Benavidez, like I said, never lost his title. He never lost his title to anybody. He lost his title on the scales during the pandemic. And then before, he lost his title to, substance abuse, if you want to call it that. But we know what it is. So, yeah, you didn't clear out the 168-pound division. And when you was asked about guys like David Benavidez and Jermall Charlo, you said that you was more than willing to fight them, that you was actually looking forward to fighting them now that you were a free agent and you can move and do what you want to do. So, everybody was thinking, okay, it's going to be either David Benavidez or Jermall Charlo, even though I don't think Jermall Charlo deserved that fight because Jermall Charlo, he ducking other dudes right there in his division. So you don't get rewarded for being a duck. You know what I'm saying? And that's my opinion. You don't get rewarded for being a duck. You don't call nobody out. And then when the man get on your helmet, you run off and make all type of excuses not to fight him and blatantly, duck the man. And then you think that you're supposed to get a shot over him in his division at the cash cow? Nah, you know what I'm saying? You go handle that business that you were supposed to handle before anything. So I wasn't really too worried about the Jermall Charlo. But David Benavidez, like I said, my opinion is he deserved that fight because that's a fight that everybody want to see, and he never lost his title to anybody. He's the rich. So I mean, yeah, if you was a real dog, that's what you supposed to do. You supposed to get in the ring with David Benavidez, shut everybody up that believes that he could beat you, and then go move and do what you want to do. Because after that, then you would have actually fought everybody at 168 pounds and cleared the division. Now, a lot of people don't give you no credit for what you did do at 168 pounds. I think it was amazing that you was able to go out there and beat Caleb Plant. I think Caleb Plant a hell of a fighter. And so I think people got to give you full credit for beating Caleb Plant, even though people were shitting on Caleb Plant and they was acting like Caleb Plant wasn't shit and Caleb Plant was just some other, some Rudy Poo. But Caleb Plant showed that he could fight. I've been knowing that Caleb Plant could fight, and I actually thought that Caleb Plant was going to beat Canelo Alvarez, to keep it 100. But he showed that he was just a better fighter than Caleb Plant. Now, the other moves that you made in 168-pound division, first you fought Rocky Fielding. That fight was some trash. You know what I'm saying? You just moved up and you cherry-picked a easy fight, right? That was some trash. But okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? That was some trash. Then, and I'm just going at the fights that he fought at 168, right? Then I believe you fought Callum Smith. You fought Callum Smith. Now, that was a solid fight. Callum Smith is solid. He was a real world champion, unlike Rocky Fielding. He was a real world champion at 168 pounds. But really, Callum Smith hadn't really beat nobody. But I think he's a solid fighter. But he showed that, I don't want to make no excuses for him. But he said that, he was struggling. He was killing himself trying to make the weight. Now, do I think that Callum Smith, if he was able to fight, Canelo and make the weight easier, and if he had a full training camp, because he only had 5 weeks, right? If he had a full training camp and he was able to make the weight easier without killing himself, do I think he could have beat Canelo? No, I don't. I think that it would have been more competitive fight, but he's not on Canelo's level. Now, Billy Joe Saunders, before they made the Billy Joe Saunders fight, right, I said he was some shit. After they made the Canelo and Billy Joe Saunders fight, I said that Canelo was going to knock this dude out. Billy Joe Saunders hadn't showed that he was a good fighter ever since he had got caught taking PEDs. Like Billy Joe Saunders, he just wasn't on that level to me. And I expected Canelo Alvarez to knock him out. Canelo Alvarez went out there, broke his jaw, knocked him out, and did exactly what I expected him to do, and did what he was supposed to do. So you got to give him credit, but it wasn't amazing that he beat Billy Joe, because Billy Joe is not on that level to me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was trying to compare Caleb Plant, saying Caleb Plant was the same level as Billy Joe. That was some bullshit. And I hope now that y'all admit that Caleb Plant is a better fighter than Billy Joe Saunders, right? So yeah, we got to give him credit, but it wasn't spectacular. Like you did what you were supposed to do. Now, Caleb Plant, you got to give him full credit, because Caleb Plant is a hell of a fighter. And he went out there and he stopped Caleb Plant, somebody that had never been stopped. And he did it in impressive fashion, right? He did it in impressive fashion. He broke Caleb Plant down. He broke his will. He broke his spirit. Then he stopped him. So, we got to give him much credit for that. And the thing is, man, Canelo Alvarez is a hell of a fighter. Can't nobody say that he don't got all of the skills in the world. Can't nobody say that he's not a hell of a fighter. But the way that he be moving, he move funny. In moving up to cruiserweight, that's amazing. If you going up to cruiserweight and you fighting one of the, one of the real dogs at cruiserweight. Like you go up there and you fight Lawrence Okolie in the UK and have a big UK showdown, right? Or you fight Breedis, right? You fight Marius Breedis. That's a dog. It's top dogs at the division at cruiserweight. If you really wanted to do something special, you could have went to cruiserweight and fought one of them dudes. Now, this dude that you fighting, I went back and I studied him. And you're going to go out here and you're going to stop this dude. You're going to beat the shit out this dude, because, yeah, he might be able to punch a little bit, but as far as anything else, that's pretty much all he got. He's straight up and down, like Floyd Mayweather say. He ain't no special effects. Ain't nothing special about this dude. So obviously, Eddie Reynoso and yourself, y'all scouted him out. That's why y'all chose him to go up to cruiserweight and fight him, right? Because you know that you can beat him. Y'all saw that is nothing that he can do to Canelo, to you, to beat you, right? And we know that Canelo has one of the best chins in boxing. He has superb defense. So they not worried about this dude's power. I mean, this dude been in there with some of the biggest punchers. He been in there with Kovalev. He been in there with Triple G. So ain't nobody worried about this dude power because he at cruiserweight. And another thing about this guy, Mugabe, I think that's how you say his name. Another thing about this guy, and no disrespect to him, but he's not a big cruiserweight. You know what I'm saying? He's not big. He's not that much bigger than Caleb Plant. You know what I'm saying? Height-wise. Maybe, of course, you know, his weight is bigger than Caleb Plant because he fight at cruiserweight. But other than that, he's not a big cruiserweight. So, you know, it's really like we see why he's doing this. Now, getting back to him saying that, you know, he cleared out the division, which is a lie, so he could do whatever he want to do. Like, to me, that's some bullshit because you pretty much been doing whatever you wanted to do ever since you fought Floyd Mayweather, right? Floyd Mayweather gave you that fight, even though you lost pretty much every round. After that, you've been doing whatever you wanted to do. When you was with Golden Boy, you were moving and doing whatever you wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? You are one of the few fighters in boxing, probably the only fighter in boxing, since Mayweather, that can pick and choose whoever you want to fight. So to make it like, okay, well, now I did this, and that, so now I should be able to do, and I'm going to do whatever I want to do. You've been doing that. You've been picking who you want to fight. You've been going to skipping around and going to certain weight divisions and choosing who you want to fight. You know what I'm saying? You've been doing that. So this is nothing new. You know, let's just keep it 100. And I'm not like, I mean, with this fight, it is what it is. Like I said, moving up to cruiserweight, we know that you basically padding your stats, right? We know that you basically padding your stats, and that's cool if you have every intention of going back to 168 and facing the David Benavidez or something like that, right? But it seems like that you don't have no intentions of doing that, because I've been hearing that you probably gonna drop your titles. And if that's the truth, well, you don't have no intentions of doing that. And what I really been hearing is that after you fight this dude at cruiserweight, you looking to go back down to 168 or something and fight Triple G. Now, if you do that, that's just some bullshit to me. Because why do you want to fight Triple G when you already beat this man? The first fight was a draw. It was a draw to me because a lot of people say that, oh, Triple G won that fight. I don't think Triple G won that fight. I scored it a draw. And I watched the fight probably about 6 or 7 times. Excuse me. The second fight, you clearly beat him. You walked him down and you beat him at his own game. He was crying about that you was moving around too much, saying that you was running. So you made it your duty and made it a point to basically stand there and bang with him right in the middle of the ring and beat him at his own game. And that's what you did. You backed him up. You came forward on the front foot, right? And so you beat this dude already. So what are you going to prove by going in there and facing a 40-year-old Triple G? At that time, he'll be 40 years old. Nothing. Another easy victory. You probably might even go out there and stop him at that point in time. We seen that now Triple G's washed up. Triple G don't even want to fight nobody himself unless it's Canelo Alvarez or unless it's some, you know what I'm saying, punch dummy that's going to stand right in front of him. So there's no point in you fighting Triple G, you know. So, so my thing is, I'm a Canelo Alvarez fan, but at the end of the day, man, the dude be moving funny. A lot of the things that he does, it don't make no sense, but, it make a sense for money. It's a money grab. But as far as just facing the toughest competition at their best, yeah, man, a lot of times you're not doing that when it's a fighter that is out there that looks like that can cause you a lot of problems and make a very, very tough fight for you. But anyway, yeah, you are the top dog right now. You've been moving how you want to move. And like I said, I guess we just got to wait and see what you do after you move up to cruiserweight. Because if you keep your titles and then you defend them against David Benavidez, I don't have no problem with it. It is what it is. But we'll see. Anyway, make sure that y'all smash on my like button. Once again, smash on the like button, sub to the channel if you're not already a sub to the channel. And then, let me know how y'all feel about this. And yeah, just, drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know how y'all feel about this whole ordeal with Canelo Alvarez moving up to cruiserweight. And one more thing before I get up out of here. This dude is coming in there to lay down. This African dude coming in there to lay down. Because if y'all seen how he was hugging all on Canelo Alvarez, thanking him, that let me know, bro. Why are you thanking this man that's coming up to your division, right? He coming to your division, right? Challenging you for your title. Why are you thanking him for giving you an opportunity? You can't go about the situation like that and you hugging him and you just look so excited to get in the ring to get this payday. That's one thing I did notice. But anyway, like I said, that's all I got on this situation. Make sure that y'all smash my like button. Until next time, I'm gone. There you go, talk that boxing again.